this country being named the happiest country in the world for 2 times in a row.
I wonder what it
and
could
why
be.
America will never be close to that. And I want you guys to tell me why you think America isn't so happy, and tell me the opposite. What you think that, actually, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, tell me what we could do instead. You know what I mean? Make the place a happier place, all right? Because most of us aren't too happy. The nation is divided. We aren't unified. Things are different. Disagreements turn into fights, arguments, wars. That was my War and Peace speech. Let's go on with Aisha. You're first.
So to make everyone happy again, right?
Yeah, tell me something you think that just a little thing that you think that if Americans changed about themselves, it'd make everyone a little happier.
Yeah, what would benefit the average person?
I think everyone should hold hands and
You think
sing a song.
You think holding hands and singing a song?
Like a big circle.
We are the
Yeah, and they should sing that song.
So this is like a certain
around
time
the
of the day.
perimeter of the United
This is like a
States.
day of the month.
Perimeter of the United States.
We're in the outline of the country around the coast.
Wait,
Like
so
it
you're
dips
talking
around
about at the
Florida.
What about the middle people,
goes
though?
up-
What about the middle people?
What do you mean the middle people?
like
what does that mean?
like Oklahoma, Kansas, like those
what about
imbeciles.
them? They count
God.
too.
They have to. They're gonna be like.
They're gonna have to leave their state for the day to
They're
join
gonna
hands.
be dancing. There's gonna be dancing.
Let me ask. Do you know
I'm
the
so
difference?
confused.
I have to ask. Do you know the difference between the circumference and the diameter?
No.
What are you talking about? Why would that matter? Anyways, so
Yeah,
Because
that's
she's saying like
cute.
across.
this is like during a certain time of the
gonna
day,
say-
one time of the year.
I'm gonna say the 1st of June.
The 1st of
So it's
June.
coming soon, yeah.
Okay, so it's coming up. All right, guys. If you're listening right now, make sure you got your mark your calendars. You have to hold hands.
If you're on the coast, like go to the coast.
If you're on the coast, go to the coast. Get a boat.
And if you're
something.
in Oklahoma and Tennessee,
Start dancing.
start
Get
dancing,
groovy.
yeah.
I like it. That's really
I
sweet.
think that's so cute.
Yeah.
Be like Gal Gadot.
And what do you
post this
what do you
on
think is something you
Facebook,
see
not
on a
Facebook,
daily
Twitter.
basis where you're just like, why do we do that as a society?
I don't really like when people like look at me.
You are like
So-
my friend Mike.
You look
are-
at people.
So you think that is this like a stare or is this like a quick glance? Is this like a glare? How do you feel these people look at
Yeah,
you?
I don't like glares
You don't like glares. Okay, so
or just like side eyes.
Oh, I
don't
see.
like
Side
it.
eyes
I
too?
see what's
Okay.
happening here. She's roping it back into the stories. This is
I don't know what he's talking
everyone
about.
at work.
Yeah.
Everyone at work be giving her the side eye. Everyone in the
Oh,
gym.
you're talking about your enemies.
Yeah, her ops, bro. She got
Her
ops in the gym.
haters. Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
I have haters. I'm not bad at my
All
job.
right, let's give my shit back. I feel like we're making fun of her a lot sometimes. All right.
I have haters.
No, for sure, of course. They follow you around everywhere you go. I get it.
It's not like you
So,
work there or anything.
so Aisha's answer is let's hold hands one day, June 1st.
Yeah.
We're gonna hold hands, sing a song, kumbaya, if you will.
We are the world.
And Jamie wants to go next. So I'm gonna go Jamie, but yeah, you said kumbaya, and then you said what was the other one again? You said that people want to stop. You stop looking at people. Everyone listening,
Yeah,
stop
don't
giving
look
people
at-
glares.
yeah,
all right. If
stop
you
giving
feel like
people
looking at somebody,
glares.
don't. The
Yeah.
end. Go ahead, Jamie.
Don't look at people.
Okay,
You
so
glare
my-
at people too, though. I'm gonna say that you do.
Wow. You just came for your neck.
You do.
Well, he makes a valid point. If you don't want people glare.
Stare, I like
What?
smile at
Yeah,
people, but I'm not glaring at you. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, I don't do that's
Just
not
came for
me.
your neck.
Well, I don't know. No one can really tell if you're just looking at somebody. Like if you look at them.
Okay,
you're
I'm
just like
sorry.
this.
I'm not gonna look at anyone ever again.
That's what you asked for
wow,
people, so
oh my
yeah.
God.
Don't look at me.
Well, that's what it kind of seems like you're asking people to do. though.
Anyway,
Oh my
we're gonna
God.
go on to something more
James, I'm
important.
not gonna look at you.
Is it more important, Jamie?
All right,
That's
guys.
the thing. I don't care. That's your problem.
All right, I think
Jamie, go ahead. Sorry about
everyone,
that.
when they hit the age of 13 and they start going into middle school,
Uh-oh.
everyone needs to get a pen pal from the opposite state of them.
I like that.
You think
I
That is
That would
such a
help?
teacher's answer.
What?
It's
No,
not
I
supposed to be
think
a
it's
teacher.
nice.
I think it's supposed to be like it's supposed to show you that like not everything is the way that it is how by you. So maybe you'll get someone who's in California with a time difference, but like maybe they're richer than you, and then you don't realize like how your lifestyle is different from theirs. Or maybe they'll send you food to be like you never had this from California, for instance. Or maybe like someone in Texas is like getting stuff from someone in New Jersey, like. You know, like they don't understand the accent or the language.
Yeah, but in today's age, kids doing that. Like if someone had a pen pal from Alabama, it would be nice for like the first day, and then like the kid from New York would write back. By the way, since you're from Alabama, my mom says you're racist. Is that true?
Well, no, you'll be doing this in school.
Yeah, that doesn't change
I like
anything.
Jamie's
It doesn't
answer.
change anything.
Dude,
I think
kids
it's
do
My-
not
my-
care. They are so unfiltered.
My only
That's
thing
the
is like,
point.
how long are you gonna have this pen pal for? You know what I mean?
I think you should have it for at least 2 years, just so you're exposed to other things. But if you want to continue talking to them, no one's going to tell you no. It's just a minimum of 2 years.
Now,
so
are
you're
we going
exposed.
back in time? Or writing actual letters and sending them in the mail? Or are we texting? Is it
You
emails?
could. I mean, obviously, in this day and age, no one's really writing letters out anymore.
I have friends across the country. I just text them. Like, that's what I'm saying.
But I think it should be like websites at first, like built in for the school, and then if you want to take it outside of there because you want to be actual friends, then take it.
Well, here's my
Alright.
question. You did say 5th grade?
I said 7th.
7th. Oh, 7th. Okay,
Like
so
when
that's
you're
just a
like
few up.
13, so you're going
Okay,
into that middle
okay.
school.
All right, so Jamie.
But at that point, they would have phones, so I feel like
I like Jamie's answer there. It's sweet.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It's
now,
easy.
what's one thing you see
I guess.
Americans or just society we live in always do that you're just like, why do that?
I just feel like with stealing, we need to cut back on
Cut back to stealing. Okay, I like that. I mean, listen, most countries don't have that big of a theft problem as we do. And most crime is pretty
As
low.
Someone who literally had their catalytic converter stolen earlier this month, like, bro.
stealing your
Stop.
catalytic
That's
converter.
crazy.
It's a lot of effort to steal that. I'm not gonna lie.
It's expensive.
I
though. People
thought-
do
That's a
it.
whole market, though.
I honestly thought that like it was someone
Crazy.
else's car, and turns out it was mine at 2 a.m.
Oh no.
But I'm being serious though. Like, if you are caught stealing, like, if that person really
So
needs
what's the
it-
penalty like now?
So I feel like instead of having a penalty, I feel like you should go to somewhere and be like, hey, you know, there should be an area where for the less people who cannot get said something can try and bargain with them.
I don't know.
Okay.
They let
Alright.
out
I
they
like
let out
that.
criminals all the time now, so it's like not even a big
Addison,
It's not about a criminal. It's just like going to a certain area where they have things for easier access with
Okay.
maybe easier
You mean to
prices.
buy a catalytic converter? Listen, the reason they're stealing catalytic converters is because they want to sell yours. They don't want to buy one.
Yeah, they're not keeping it for their own use.
It's not for their own use. They're selling it for mad money.
I like Jamie's answers. They were good. Let's stop the theft, guys. And let's just make pen pals, all right? Let's make pals. Listen, once you got pals, different locales, you're really chilling. Addison, I'm going to ask you something, all right? Because I feel like I've strayed away from the point here, all right? This country, I almost said it there. I said a f, so it starts with an F.
Can I guess?
No, not now. But this country has won happiest country in the world 2 years in a row. And they're asking America, why are you not here yet? You know what I mean? What could they're letting America know that you could follow our ways, if you will. So, what's one way you think that America could
Well,
better as a society?
we're full of idiots, and we have people who like to listen to idiots. Social media has ruined this country more ways in which we can even count and with our own fingers. My biggest motto, yes, in America you have the freedom of speech. However, in my opinion, you have the freedom of speech, but you do not have the right to be listened to.
Interesting.
That's me. When you go on social media, you see people just combating opinion. Thank you. You just see people just being combative
real.
on purpose because they want people to comment and get you riled
They
up
like
and stuff.
conflict. They thrive on.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's not that like, oh, why can't we come along? No one wants to come along. They don't want to get together. They like this push and pull back and forth. That's
James is clapping you the whole way through.
And I
He's right with you, man.
Thank you. I don't understand. I see even like people will be a fan of somebody their entire life and then find out who they voted for and then, oh my God, I cannot believe this. What a shame. I'm like, why do you care?
So
Like-
you're saying that as a society we should have less outrage for such small
Yeah, like don't
things?
stop caring so much. When
So
did we
And the social media should be like set to a side, or like what do we do about social media?
social media, just don't think it's that you're that important when you post.
Okay.
That's the main thing.
So I
So
think
real.
the only way to solve that is if brands don't give such small creators such big like access, because like somebody will hit like 10,000 on TikTok or hit like 50,000 on TikTok and think that, oh my God, that's it, I've made it. They go to Hollywood, they quit everything they're doing, they fully commit, and they end up like kind of either good or bad, most of the
I
time
think
bad.
there's
But it's not even that. It's like your aunt commenting on the election, and she thinks she's like, high power and First Amendment, typing her opinion. No one
Okay.
cares.
It's the entitlement
Yes.
that people think that once they know something that they're better than everybody else, and I think that's the problem, is that people think they're more superior than others.
Oh yeah, especially you see them using big words, and it's like, bro, I know I knew your grades in high school. You definitely just copied and pasted.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
Like it's more than you think. Especially during COVID, everyone became a doctor out of nowhere.
That's
Like that's the one I couldn't like. All right, then that's what made me wake up and smell. I'm like, all right, everyone's an idiot. I'm
It
just gonna
just
stay
kind of
quiet.
shows. Like, for example, I'm not going to try and ruin anything, but I was watching Love Is Blind the other day.
Oh, please
Oh,
don't.
God.
Please don't say it. I know spoilers, please.
No, there's no spoilers.
Okay.
But this one guy, he is a lawyer.
Oh, he's
and
spoiling over. She's already spoiling.
I'm not spoiling anything.
I don't care. Just say it.
I'm just saying he's a lawyer, and it's like even the people who have super high intelligence can say things that don't make sense, can do things that don't make sense.
That's true. People make
And
oopsies,
it's like,
but it's owning up to those oopsies.
do I agree with every decision that person makes or someone else makes? No, but that's their life, and they got to learn the hard way.
Yeah, and being oversensitive, I think, is also another one too. I think we're way too.
So we gotta learn how to take a hit every now and then.
Yeah.
This country, if you look at music videos
So
and just
should
the
we
way
have
things
like
were,
a roast session? Like
yeah, stuff like that. Like you
People
like
used to
that.
laugh.
If you
What
know what?
happened?
that'd be
Bro.
fun.
You know what I did the other day? And it was exactly what you're talking about, Addison.
Yeah.
I went up to the kids as a joke, and I said, who likes mint chocolate chip ice cream, right? Whoever said yes, I just said, you're gross. And I said, whoever said...
Stinky.
And I said, whoever doesn't like mint chocolate chip ice cream is safe. One girl actually cried because she liked mint chocolate chip ice cream, and I said she's gross. But
Well,
I
that's a
literally,
child.
But I said it to every kid. Every kid was not, every adult and every kid was not left out. So it's like,
Yeah, no,
I don't get it.
100%. And like I was saying, like if you see any music video or any TV show from like the late 90s, it just seemed like it was a happier place to be.
That's true.
People were less worried about
Yeah.
conflict. Yeah.
But I
Anything.
feel like the women in music videos were a lot more filled with like, what's it called? Degradation.
Yeah, but they
That's-
signed.
that
That's
hasn't
how.
really-
That's
hasn't
what
really
they.
stopped.
That's what they
Wore that on
wanted to
their
do,
sleeve.
though. That's the thing too.
I
People
don't know
are.
what that's about, but they haven't really stopped that either. So I don't really.
Yeah, but that's another thing. People getting offended for other people wanting to do what they want to do. Like
Yeah.
that's.
Yeah, at the end of the day, those women chose to get that job. I guess.
Exactly.
That's true.
Yeah.
A lot. That's the thing is
Oh my God,
they
it's
wouldn't still be
objectifying
doing.
women.
They wouldn't still be doing it
Exactly.
if they were like, like from day one. Like you can make a case if it was different from day one, but a lot of them they've been upfront from day one.
It's a lot of jealous, ugly women who couldn't get that job.
That's true.
That's like that's the
Yeah.
other one.
They're
Unfortunately, that's
projecting.
it.
They're projecting.
MTV Spring
All right,
Break.
this is
turned them
going a little
down.
too far. I feel like Addison, you just said one that we do too. Like you just, I think you said both because you said we're also too sensitive. So that's another one. Okay, move on to James now. James, let me know what you think would make this nation happier, just in general. What do you think is something it's stopping us from
Well, I
being
feel
the
like-
happiest country?
I feel like my initial answer is actually going to be a lot similar to Addison's. I think, though, in particular, TikTok and Twitter.
They gotta go.
They gotta go. People just gotta
Alright.
even if they're not like getting like removed from your phone, just don't go on it.
Did
that
you
much.
hear that TikTok might be banned again?
Yeah, I heard about
it's,
that.
it's pretty close. Yeah,
and I'm not gonna lie, I'm all for it. I don't care. Like I could literally not care.
I'm for it too, but only because I don't really care that everyone's wasting their time on it. You could do you. It's a free country, but I really do feel like it's definitely gaining all of our data information. And sure, we're not government officials. It's not really gonna do anything for us. Like them
Kids
knowing
are
exactly what we
brainwashed
want.
on that platform. I swear.
But
It's terrible.
in terms of like government officials not having TikTok anymore, I like that. That's a good rule to have. No more government officials owning TikTok when they could share all this information and all this information get leaked.
And there's all these impressionable kids on there, and like these platforms are definitely not kid
It
friendly.
doesn't matter because I feel like on any website there is always
the
a
same
predator
on every-
lurking.
yeah.
Right,
For
but that's not
example-
even. But I'm saying there's an overabundance of it now.
It doesn't
even more
matter.
than
It's
before.
everywhere because I'm playing
Yeah.
Scrabble and I had a guy last night ask me if I was single and I said, "Would you ask me that in person?" No, because you're like a 55 plus man who's probably would never see me. Like I'm telling
You
you,
still
right
play
now, it doesn't
Scrabble,
matter.
yo?
Yeah.
Right, that I get that, but I'm saying like kids with unrestricted internet access. As a kid who grew up with unrestricted internet access, it can be
You
bad.
turned out fun.
I know it can be bad, but I'm saying that like you got to be smart with the way you use your
Well,
technology.
yeah, of
because-
course, but
Well,
we
yeah.
gotta teach people to do that, especially our kids, and
But
people
kids
aren't
Yeah,
don't
doing that.
take it
Te-
seriously. They think it's a joke.
Now you got to teach kids
Hmm.
that prevent them from sending that embarrassing DM.
That's not-
I DM'd
that's not
Addison
true,
Rae in the
though.
early days of TikTok.
Did you really?
Yeah, and for the most ridiculous things, I was like, "Oh, your name's Addison. My name's Addison."
You probably had to hear that the whole time during that saga. You definitely heard like, "Oh, Addison like Addison Ray." You probably heard that all the time.
yeah. And
I
then,
remember when I first met him, they were all doing that.
Yep,
They were
yep.
like,
No,
Addison
when I
Rae?
first met him, it's
no,
like during
I'm
that
just
time
Addison,
too.
man.
Yeah. People were like, "Oh, like I was doing it with Addison." I'm like, "Oh, who's Addison?" And this guy turns around, I'm like, "Oh, that's not my dude."
it's like when someone's like a guy's named Sweeney, like, "Oh, where is she?" Oh, it's like the biggest, it's like the biggest guy with tattoos.
Can I just guess that the happiest country is the one where they give out free ice cream?
Oh, wait, that's right. We were supposed to guess what country it was, right?
Well, after I say my reasons, but yeah, sure.
Okay. Well,
James,
you want to guess first?
You still haven't told me.
Oh, you know. Sorry.
Yeah, I do know. Yeah, it's necessary for me to guess first.
I wasn't sure if you looked at it, but you probably did.
I was making sure I had the right thing.
Yeah.
But no, James, you only answered what you think we could do differently. But at the same time, it's kind of like the other answer.
It's kind of like
both. Okay, you
But
can ask that as
I
both.
could give another answer as to what my guess is for the happiest country.
Yeah, go ahead and
Personally,
guess.
I think it's Sweden.
And
I think
for-
it's Sweden.
Everyone can go ahead and guess. James says Sweden. What do you got, Jamie?
Finland.
Finland. All right. Aisha, what you got?
Norway.
Norway. Edison?
Norway.
I'm going with the Netherlands.
Netherlands. All right. You guys have all interesting countries. Is that all Europe? I don't
We're
know.
all like the
No, it's
techno
not all of
countries.
Europe, but
Scandinavian
Getting
countries.
close.
Scandinavian countries. Okay. Hold on, I got the wrong article opened up. But all right, I can't find the article now.
it's cross-browsing.
Here we go. Yeah, I was cross-browsing. I was looking for the next one. So my answers, by the way, are I feel as if though I really do like Aisha's answer in terms of like holding hands and singing, but like not to that extreme. I do feel as if though like in other countries, people know their neighbors, people know their
Yeah.
community,
Yeah.
people know all these things. And when I look at our nation, I feel as if though every single time you get a letter for the neighborhood watch or the neighborhood app, no one looks at it because no one wants to be that connected to someone they don't even know when you could know somebody.
Well,
It
if we
doesn't
live-
take a lot of energy to.
I want to say if we lived in a more rural area, I think the story would be very different.
I agree.
But,
No, listen.
You know,
If you look at the South and you look at these rural areas, they're the happiest ones because everyone knows each other, everyone gets along, they have to. They're a community that works on each other.
I'm not
I
even
wanna live
kidding.
on
Oh my god! In the trailer parks, bro. If someone gets a flat
Exactly.
tire, the whole community
Yup.
They
bonds
help
together.
you with it. They
Yep.
help you fix your tire. They get you a
in
replacement.
all these big city places, much like how we live in New York, it's not the case. And I don't know how to change that, but I think a start is like everyone knowing who they're living next to. Everyone
Do
knowing.
you know who your neighbors are?
I don't. I can't say I'm.
Dude, I
I'm part of
guarantee
the
you.
problem. I have no idea. Like, I'm sorry, my neighbor, if you're hearing this, but I've lived with you for the past 21 years of my life.
Have you
and
ever
I never
reached
knew
out?
your name. The worst part about it is that she knows our names. She always talks to us.
what?
We just don't know her name. We try talking to her back, and we talk to her like a normal conversation, but we just
no.
can't get her
Avoid the
name.
name.
Why don't you just be polite? And be
I
like,
don't want
"Hey."
to know my neighbors though.
You see,
like
that's
that.
the problem.
Here's the thing.
I don't know why. I just don't want to.
You
no
don't
one
want
really knows
friends.
why. That's kind of the society we're in.
That used to be a thing. Like once again, like in the 80s and
Yeah.
even the 70s. Now it's just no one cares about.
No one cares.
knowing
I'm not
their
even
neighbor.
kidding you. Like I used to know all my old neighbors.
Neighbors.
Neighbor.
Enabled.
Here's the thing. I knew all my old neighbors, right? But like a whole bunch of them moved out. The new ones that moved in are like completely isolationists.
Yep.
Haven't spoken to them once. I don't know who they are. I just see
Literally.
them. I just see them walk by, and that's it.
And then one thing I always see that like I'm not really a big fan of is the like not introducing yourself to somebody, they're not saying hello. Like
Oh yeah.
people
Yeah.
will enter a room, go to their one person they know, and then that's it. They stuck with them the whole day.
Yeah.
This friend they do know will probably know everyone around them and not introduce himself because introducing somebody to someone is an old art. I don't think I see anyone doing that unless
I
you're
try and
past
do
the
that.
age of 26.
My friends do
Unless
that,
you're 30,
but like,
no one really does that. Everyone my age doesn't really do that. You know what I mean? Again, my age, not if you're like you're 26 or older, like 28, 29, like Jamie is. Happy birthday pretty soon. Hey,
Thank you.
listen, one more step to the casket, and I'm joking. Anyway,
Hey.
you're not
Oh,
that old.
that's
Don't
so
worry.
old.
About it. I love making fun of old people. It's
I
my
really
favorite.
tried to know one of my neighbors because I don't know her. I don't know their names at all, but
Yeah.
I know that their kids went to the aftercare that I worked at.
Mm-hmm.
So when I did work at the school that they most likely went to, I was like, "Hey, do you know this kid or like at least the last name, the area?" Because like I don't know. I tried figuring it out through the friends, but they're like, "Yeah, it's his name," but I don't know. They're just so much older now that it's kind of past that point of asking around trying to figure it out.
So I'm gonna go ahead and spoil it for you guys. Finland is officially the happiest country
I
in
knew
the
it.
world again.
did you Google it?
No,
No,
I
Oh,
just
maybe
heard
Jamie Googled it because I don't know how she. Because I could have sworn she was gonna
No.
guess Denmark because
No,
that was the
'cause-
happiest a long time ago.
because you said
Felt
F.
like you were looking at
Oh,
your phone
F,
an awful
yeah.
lot. But all right.
No,
but-
he said F, and then I was just like,
I did. Say, I gave you guys the hint, and no one listened to the hint. You guys all said different names. Anyway, for the 6th year, I'm sorry, I said it wrong. For the 6th year in a row, Finland has been declared the happiest nation in the world.
so what are they doing?
I'm gonna let you know right now. All right. So Finland was joined in the top 3 by fellow Nordic nations, Denmark and Iceland, and Britain just made it into the top 20, ending up in 19th place.
19th
Britain
place.
is so depressing. I don't know how. That's
Yeah,
even
right?
there.
All you
I
see
went
is
there and
a
I was
bunch of
so
cigarettes.
sad. I was like, this is like the worst thing ever.
No
What?
color.
Literally.
Wait, you guys have been there?
Yeah, in the
mean,
summer
Aisha
it was
has,
so bad.
I haven't been there. I just know because
hated
of like
it. It was
TV. I'm
gray.
like, always looking at the same
It was
things.
literally
It
gray,
looks
not
all
a
gray.
sunny
It looks
day.
like a concrete
Oh my
Middle
jungle.
of
goodness.
summer.
Anyway, so the Finns are proud of this national reputation that the country's tourism board recently launched as a happiness masterclass, inviting people from other nations to help boost their satisfaction by attending a 4-day retreat in its Lakeland region. Here's what guests will have the chance to enjoy: spending time in forests, lakes, and chill out to calming music. All right. So their answers are spending time in nature. All right. Finland is home to 40 national parks. They also have a sisu. I don't know what that is, but I think it's like a lifestyle concept. They have trusting others. It's one of the most trusting and trustworthy nations. Apparently, according to Reader's Digest, the test of people honestly by leaving 192 wallets in 16 cities across the globe, and Finland's capital of Helsinki, 11 out of 12 dropped wallets were safely returned. This is a country where, like, you know, you're not going to see any theft. So that's like what Jamie was talking about right there.
I seriously think that if we made pen pals and we made friends, families would literally come together from across the world, and like people would all be connected because they're kids' friends, and then you grew up, and then like, you know how like people, you know how like guys, they play video games, and then they like make friends across the world because they were playing Call of Duty, and then they were like, oh my god, it's my bro, and then like next thing you know, they're like best friends now. Stuff like that.
Apparently in Finland, people are more honest about how they're feeling. You know, like how when someone asks you, oh, how are you? And you're having the worst day of your life, you go, oh, I'm okay. In Finland, they don't do that. Apparently, they just have open therapy sessions with random strangers that ask them how they are.
That sounds like a nice place.
People in Finland don't humble brag, all right? So there's no comparison culture in Finland, apparently. And yeah, I mean, all these things sound great on picture, but again, to us, it seems like a movie. Like, this is nothing you would see in America. I don't think any of this exists.
We gotta do our own survey here on Long Island. We gotta poll people from Nassau and Suffolk, and I guarantee you, people from Suffolk are gonna be a lot happier.
I can see majority of the country enjoying this, but we're from New York. We're a lot. We're not.
Again, we're talking about rural areas and not so rural areas. And rural areas probably hear the same thing that Finland's doing.
No, 100%. We don't have time. Like, it's not that like we're not friendly. We just don't have the time or the patience to have a real conversation.
It's the rush of the suburban and urban lifestyle.
There's another one too. Anytime you see somebody like walking down like the same sidewalk as you, you don't even say hello. You kind of do one of those things where you make eye contact and then you look away really quickly.
Yeah.
And you keep,
people love that one.
That's the downstate New York way.
People do that here. We do that
just
here.
avoid like, oh, please don't say hi.
That's an on-campus activity.
Yeah, but if you say hi, it's
campus. That's everywhere.
No, but if you do say hi, it's fine. It's like, oh, hi, how you doing? Whatever.
I'm saying, like, it's such a thing that yes, we do it here too. Like that's like our favorite pastime here at Nassau Community College.
But that's the country, guys. I'm surprised Jamie got it right. Again, I did give you guys a hint. There's not many F-named countries, right?
Isn't that the only one?
No, it's
France.
Oh,
France.
Hello. Yeah.
Well, yeah, France.
I don't think they're very happy though. I think they're very depressed.
Yo, France is another
Smoking
one,
a cigarette
much like
in
America.
in the rain, you know, it's raining.
I just feel like the French are always like.
French people are so rude.
I feel like
that is actually a very true stereotype.
I wouldn't even. I'm not even being trying to be like all like stereotypical and stuff. But like when I went to Montreal, which most people spoke French there and they were French, they hated I was there. I don't know if it was because I was an American.
No, they just don't like. I just don't think they're a huge fan of Americans for some reason.
They don't.
Because Shane had the same exact thing when he went, and
to Montreal,
a lot of people were not too happy. But at the same time, it's like, you got to go and visit places, you know?
Yeah.
If they want to come here, we're not going to hate on Canadians.
No, we don't. We don't hate on Canadians. We don't hate on anybody, really. We kind of treat everybody the same.
The French.
It's not like, listen, if somebody comes here from a different country and they think that we're being rude to them, trust me, we're like that to everyone. It's not really, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not really us being, like, you know, annoying you and, like, pointing you out, but, like, we're just the type of people where we keep it pushing. If you guys can visit New York, you're going to see it keep pushing attitude.
We've still been clowning France, though, for the past 2 world wars.
Well, that's because they just give up. That's why they just wave that white flag all day long. Shout out to France.